shift, and now I'm on my way back for a little R&R this evening. I cannot wait. My card reading today. What do I need to know? What can you tell me about travel? Mwah. Thank you. Thank you so much for your messages today, angels. Okay, off to coffee! Today is Sunday, so it is a rest day. My nervous system is pretty shot from all the days of the week this week that I've been working part-time and also keeping up with a healthy diet and exercise, which has been really helping with my energy levels. Also trying to keep a good sleep hygiene, and every single night I've been also reading a book. I just finished Untamed, and it's been amazing. Now I'm on to Whatever Arises, Love That by Matkan. And I'm doing a book club. So if you would love to join the virtual book club, send me a message. We're still accepting new members, and we're having our first meeting sometime mid-July. So between the 14th and the 21st. Would love to know what your Sunday routine is. If it's a rest day for you, if it's meal prep day for you, if it is a go hard push day, throw your legs into the gym and kill them, annihilate them kind of day. If it's a reading day, let me know what you do on Sundays, because this is what I do on Sundays, so that I can rejuvenate for the rest of the week and totally smash it tomorrow. I cannot wait. Has it ever been so hot that you had to lie near the vent? And the vent, you feel like, is barely breathing. Like the vent needs a ventilator and it's having a hard time breathing. Yeah, it's that hot. And they need to fix the ventilation in this house. Please, for the love of God, help me. The mall is open up again. So when it comes to fat burners, one of the safer ones that I want to say, and the more natural, all natural ones that your body already produces, is something called L-carnitine. This helps shuttle fatty acids into the cells so that they can be utilized for energy. A few other ones that I have on the shelves are these ones. I haven't gone on a walk in quite a while because of the heat and the humidity, but I decided I needed a little bit of fresh air before I head to bed tonight. I got off work about an hour early, so I had an hour to myself to do some journaling, and I'm working with the new life coach right now. I'm so excited for the next few months. The rest of the year with her, actually. It's quite a commitment, 6 months. So when you are going through anything in life, I'm so excited for these next 6 months. I'm so excited to have been investing in myself. I've never invested this much in myself before, financially and time-wise. I cannot tell you how exponentially my life has grown every time that I've invested in myself through a manifestation course or a personal coach. I have been pushed. I have been pushed outside of my comfort zone in a very scary but very expansive way, in a way that I grew my life to new possibilities, and I wouldn't have been able to do that by myself. So it's so good to have support, to have that kind of accountability, and also that loving care, that cheerleader behind your back. Cannot wait to see where I am in 6 months, how I've transformed from the inside out. And I want to say that if you're looking for a coach for your own cheerleader, for manifestation, for habit formation capacity, I would love to be the coach for you. We can hop on a call and we can see where you are holding back, what it is you want to achieve, and see if we're a good fit for each other. Just send me a personal message. I would love to have a conversation with you. I feel absolutely blissed out now that I finished some yoga. It is 10 to 12 and I'm going to prep some food for the week and also what I'm going to eat today. I'm not working, which is great. And what I have with me is I've defrosted some beef right there. Got some onions and also rosemary. So what I'm probably going to do is I want to saute this, and I'm going to drain the oil, save the oil in another bottle for another time, and then I'm going to place the meat inside another bowl, and I'm going to fill it with water, and I'm going to cook a soup out of it. So we'll check back to see where that is at. So I haven't been running in quite a while. I want to say about 3 weeks now, and I'm just taking a very short stroll this afternoon post-rain because it's finally cooled down just a little bit. There's a little bit of a nice breeze now, and I just going through these neighborhoods again, it just makes me miss running so much because I know these routes by heart and I miss going on them. I have a rule where if it's too hot, if it's above 23 degrees, I'm not going to run, and especially if it's humid, I'm not going to run. It just taxes me out, stresses me out a lot. Yeah, so I've never seen Toronto this consecutively hot day after day after day after day after day. It's always been in the 30s these days. Oh my god, it can't end like this. No. Whoa. I love this series. My goodness, what am I gonna do with myself now? Another day to work. Here we go. I wonder how busy it's gonna be today. My reusable container spilled. Oh. So basically what I did is I transferred everything into a Starbucks cup when I got here. So yeah, there we go. There's salmon underneath. There's also raw beef. And I guess that is just the situation. That's the situation. Thank goodness, thank goodness. Lunch bag would be like covered with just food and ickiness, and I'd have to go through all of that. So I always wrap everything in a plastic bag. So thank goodness I did that. You know what's really ridiculous when you're sick is the fact that you judge yourself for being sick, and then you get all anxious about being sick, which makes the sickness that much more worse and the pain that much more worse. And the thoughts are just spiraling out of control right now. A lot of negative thoughts are going through my mind right now. I didn't get all the things that I wanted to get done. I didn't feel good today. I did not have a good workout today. My workout was pathetic. My performance was pathetic. I was not 100% there for my friends. It's freaking hot. I could not listen to the podcast. I could not concentrate. I could not bring myself to just do anything. Like even just walking, I felt like really dizzy, really heated. And so what I did was I gave myself plenty of water. I knew I was dehydrated for sure from all the heat and the stress of the week. And I replenished myself with as much electrolytes as I can. I was taking the salt shaker and I was putting the salt in the palm of my hands, and I was just taking that in, making sure I get my electrolytes in. And self-compassion plays a huge part in this. Just staying positive. Staying positive plays a huge part in any sort of recovering from a physical sickness. And thank goodness that I don't get sick very often. I contacted one of my coaches, the healers, and she did some energetic work on me. So it could potentially be some blockages. As we're peeling back the onion, it gets really raw and you get to get a good night's sleep so that tomorrow I can attack the day like I usually do, feeling much more like myself. And I have work tomorrow, so let's hope my boss is feeling extra nice. I've been feeling quite underappreciated at work lately as well, and that plays to some of the stress that I've been having. Going to use some lemongrass essential oil because that is great for anti-anxiety relief. It's good for anxiety relief. And I'm going to send a little prayer up to the heavens for Rafaela to take care of me, or whatever universal energy is out there taking care of me. And yeah, I'm just keeping it real. This was a really low day for me. It was an unusually low day for me. But that is the reality of my life right now. And I know things are going to get better. And I'm very grateful and very humbled for my health and for my wealth and for the abundance that I do have. Namaste. Hello, my fitties. I am feeling so much better today. I don't know what it was yesterday, but I'm feeling really good today. I gave my 100% in my workout this morning, feeling a lot stronger than I did yesterday. Not dizzy, not out of breath, heart palpitations, none of that. And now I am excited to be on my way to work. I woke up actually extra early, got in that workout, stretched out a little bit, had a really nice yoga session. And now I'm just feeling so content. Malls seem to be back in business. Getting really, really busy. Still, there are some limitations on the number of people that can go inside the stores. And there's a lot of precautions like hand sanitizers and such. So, this is really exciting. Things are getting back in business. Or chicken. This one is ham. Okay, and if it's smoked, it's even better. And, wow, look at the face of this. It's even bigger than my lettuce head. So I'm gonna tear this in half. Okay, like that. And from here, basically, I'm just gonna roll it up like so. Okay, or you can do the other way around. You can take the lettuce on the inside and wrap it with ham. It's a little bit more awkward doing it with one hand. You can wrap it like so. I just finished a beautiful card reading session with one of my clients today, and I just feel so elated. Channeling and having a soul session, having a healing session, giving him guidance. It's been amazing. If you're looking for a card reading, I would love to do one for you. Just send me a DM message below and we can get you started on a question that you've been dying to know. If you need more guidance, I'm here. I'm seriously in such high vibes today. Like, it's unreal. I was feeling like so crap last, I think, Friday. I was feeling weak, I was feeling dizzy, I was feeling dehydrated, I was getting heart palpitations, and I was just feeling energetically really, really low. And today is just such a huge contrast to what I was feeling on Friday. So if you're having a rainy day, please know that you are on your way to a sunny day. Love what is here right now. Love what is to come. Okay? Love what is here right now and love what is to come. I promise. And if you're having a good or bad day, send me a message below. I want to hear from you, and I'll send you a voice note right back. I sure hope this works and I'm able to save this video after, because what I'm doing right now is doing my first book meeting, I want to say, for all those that have or are interested in reading Untamed by Glennon Doyle. So I'm just gonna follow along some of the prompts that I have in a PDF file. This book, Untamed by Glennon Doyle, is really a series of chapters, not in any chronological order, that talks about bravery and the things that Glennon goes through throughout, from her childhood all the way up to, her marriage, her divorces, and everything that she's gone through, and the lessons that she's learned in really tapping into the inner knowing of her own intuition, her own little voice inside that has been silenced by a lot of coulds and shoulds and woulds and the rules that she played through society. She's went through addiction. She's went through so many different things, so many different things. And I just love in her sharing her story, you can tell when she writes that she was meant to be a writer. The way she positions the words are just very artful and in such a really good retrospect. It's like placing a vase on a table and you're just getting the right angle, and she's able to get that when she tells her stories. So I don't want to keep this way too long. Here we go. Glennon opens Untamed with the story of Tabitha, a caged cheetah she encounters on a family trip to a safari park. Glennon watches Tabitha stalk the periphery of the field where she's kept captive and imagines Tabitha's inner doubts and her quick dismissal of those internal questions. Glennon imagines Tabitha saying to herself, "I should be grateful. I have a good enough life." What does the phrase good enough life mean to you? Do you ever find yourself silencing your own inner voice? How does Tabitha symbolize Glennon's desire and journey to be untamed? All super juicy questions. So, the first question, what does the phrase good enough life mean to me? I feel like there's two different sides. There's one side where you are grateful for your life, and that's absolutely fantastic because gratitude is the attitude. And then there's the attitude of, oh, it's good enough, whatever. I'm complacent and I don't know the potential that I have to be optimal in life and not just functional. And I think that ties in very nicely with coaching, which is something that I do. Most of us are functioning. So we're functioning at a functional level, right? Life is good, life is okay, right? But don't we deserve so much more? We only get this one life to live, maybe. Don't you want to make it just that much more optimal, that much more elevated? So taking you from functional to optimal, and all the while being grateful for what you currently do have right now, I think is key. Yeah, I'm grateful that I have laundry to do because that means I have clothes to wear. I'm grateful that I have taxes to pay. That means I'm rich enough to pay taxes, right? Okay, the next question is, do you ever find yourself silencing your inner voice? Holy crap, yes I do. Working with clients, I tell them, and they know this, we all know this, there's the inner guide that comes from our heart and our gut. So our gut instinct, for example, is a thing. Anytime we're approached with a decision, it is always our gut that acts out first, that gives us a yes or no, yay or nay, before our brain comes in and starts weighing the pros and cons and getting logistical and getting very analytical, and then silencing the voice that we have in our heart and gut to follow that intuition. So a lot of times that's what happens to me, I'm not gonna lie. And that's something that I'm definitely working on right now. I think when you follow your heart, you feel more expansive, right? When you're making a decision, ask yourself, does this feel contractive or does this feel expansive? And always follow the expansive route when you can. Easier said than done. So that's why I highly suggest that you find yourself a nice quiet place, give yourself some space, and do a 5-minute meditation where you just ground yourself, feel into your body, and ask yourself that very important question, whatever decision it is that you are going through. The next question is, how does Tabitha symbolize Glennon's desire and journey to become untamed? So Tabitha grew up in a zoo, and that's all she knew. But also, she's a cheetah, and she knows that she was made to be in the wild. So it's like a battle between nature versus nurture. And I think it plays into both right here. I think by nature, we are all, as humans, inherently good. We are all inherently good. We just don't necessarily do the best things. Apply this to even the most terrible of the people in society, like Hitler, okay? Or people that you hate. Maybe you don't like Trump. Right? We are all born inherently good. We just don't necessarily make the best choices. And I think Tabitha basically symbolizes Glennon's desire to be out in the wild again and to follow her heart, to marry somebody that she truly loves, to reach out and be vulnerable. even though everything in her mind is saying it's scary, don't do that. That's a mistake. I'm weighing the pros and cons, and there's way too many way too many cons. So don't do it, hold back. And that yearning that we all have innately within all of us is the Tabitha within all of us. And that symbolizes our desire to be untamed by society, to be untamed by our minds that hold us in these cages that tells us, do this and society will like you. And this is appropriate in society. And this is normal in society. So that's what you should follow. So that is just the prologue of this beautiful book, Untamed by Glennon Doyle. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. We are hosting these book meetings bi-weekly or weekly, whenever there's time for all of the members. And I highly suggest that if you're not in the book club right now, send me a message, email me or DM me from Instagram. I would love to get you in this group. Every week we'll get together and we'll have a discussion. And I invite you to actually be on call with me so that I'm able to hear some of the things that you took away from the chapter. Like, what was your biggest takeaway? I really, really, really want to hear it. I really want to hear it. And if you're not reading Untamed right now, what are you reading? If you're reading anything, all right? Join the book club. We have the recordings all sent to you. The materials are also manually sent to you by me, one and only. I always like to wind down at the end of the day with a nice book to settle my mind. And right now, I got this one. Freaking love it.